There's Radiohead on Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good morning. We're on Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure. We are still Gorman-less in the morning. I am Paul Fletcher. That is Ryder.
I chatted with Steve last night. He sounded like this. I'm pretty confident he'll be in tomorrow.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Like here in the building?
I believe so.
All right.
We'll see how things shake out.
Okay.
Now I just freaking jinxed it and whatever.
You know, hold on. I'll offset your jinx. I just knocked on wood. We're good. It works 100% every time. I think.
All right, let's get going. I'm feeling Minnesota. Let's hear some headlines, man.
All right, I'm on it. The DNR says admission to all 73 state parks will be free on Black Friday.
Well, hell yeah.
I didn't know this was an annual thing, but it is. Annual Free Park Day seeks to increase access for people to explore some of Minnesota's natural surroundings. Despite that, though, heads up, camping, rentals, special tours, fees for those still apply. But you can get into the parks for free.
You can walk off that Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, good call.
Yes.
We've done a bunch of them. I task off the top of my head Lake Maria. Just, I don't know. We went through a phase where we were camping dang near every weekend and loved it. I love being out there.
Yeah.
The House of Representatives and the Senate have passed the Epstein Files Transparency Act. It's a bill that will force the Department of Justice to release as much information as possible about the sex trafficking investigation into the late Jeffrey Epstein. The bill, again, passed the House and the Senate. It actually passed almost unanimously. There was one House member voting no. Everybody else in the House and Senate voted yes. It should head to President Trump's desk today, and he has indicated in the past that he will sign. The Smashing Pumpkins will release, this one's for you, Ryder, going to release a deluxe reissue of their 95 album, Melancholy and Infinite Sadness.
Well, hell yeah.
That, if I'm not mistaken, that's a special record for you, right?
We already have probably 6 or 7 copies of this at the Ryder household.
Oh, really?
So this will probably just be one more.
Are there that many different iterations of it?
No, I have no idea.
Or do you just have multiple copies of the same thing?
Yes, I don't know why we have multiple copies of the same thing, but they're all important.
Well, I mean, I've got 3 versions of Vitalogy, the Pearl Jam's third album, that are all the same thing, but one's 180 gram, one's still sealed, one still gets used for play. You know what I mean? So it's important to have redundancy.
The sealed one, that's going to wreck the record eventually, so you are going to have to open that up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good to know. This is all in celebration of the 30th anniversary. The expanded set features over 80 minutes of previously unreleased live recordings from their 96 tour. And are you familiar with a song called Geek USA?
Not off the top of my head. No, I'd have to hear it.
Okay, well, it's included. A live version of that is included, performed during a tour stop in San Diego on January 30th, 1996. So I'm guessing it's heavily rare.
Yeah, they put out a CD box set not long after Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness came out. It's got a black and white swirl on it, that sort of thing. I bet it's in there. And of course, that's at my house too.
Right, so, of course it
fun
is.
Fun stuff.
Anyway, last thing on this, 6 LP vinyl box sets. So save your pennies, friends, because that one's not going to be cheap. Goats, of course, are known for their screams. Well, there was a goat on the loose in a Detroit neighborhood recently, but it wasn't the scream of the goat so much as his neighbor that got people amused.
That's a real goat. That's a real one. Go, go, go!
Smokey here is a neighborhood favorite. He scared the female out of me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at him.
Just looked through the window, making sure he was okay. And my mom running outside with a knife. She's so scared of animals. Go trying to hump us.
A knife?
Mom comes out with a freaking knife.
For a goat?
Yeah. Have you seen the video of this dude? This is a giant goat.
It is a good-sized goat.
It looks more like a ram than a goat.
And it's got those gnarly goat eyes, you know what I mean? Kind of that gives that
devil eyes.
evil goat look for sure. This guy, when he's screaming, to paint the picture, maybe I'll try and get this in between things. I'll try and get this up on our socials so you can see it. This guy's standing on top of a white car, not on the hood, on the roof of a white car, and the goat has got 2 paws or 2 hoofs up on the hood. Yeah. And he's just freaking out, losing his mind.
Of course, goats will freaking eat anything.
Can we hear the scream again?
That's a real.
Anything happening in sports that would cause a scream like that?
Hopefully not.
Okay.
So we've got Wild and Wolves both at home tonight. Wolves face the Washington Wizards. Tip-off at 7 at Target Center. Wild take on the Carolina Hurricanes tonight at Grand Casino Arena. I think everyone's going to be real bummed tomorrow if both of these aren't wins. Minnesota is getting 2 pro volleyball teams in 2027. Yesterday, the parent company for the Minnesota Wild announced Major League Volleyball, or MLV.
Wow.
That's a league that's set to launch next year, and in 2027, they're planning to have a team in Minnesota that will play at Grand Casino Arena.
I had no idea this was even a thing.
This comes after an announcement last week that Minnesota is also getting a League One volleyball team in 2027. No word on where they're going to play. So we will have 2 pro volleyball teams. I think there might have been some surprise on people's parts when this word came out.
I didn't know volleyball was the next big thing in America. Holy hell.
College volleyball, like especially in Nebraska, I know there's some tournaments in Wisconsin that have like sold out stadium-sized facilities.
Really?
Yes.
And make no mistake, I'm not downplaying volleyball. I think it's a cool sport. I played it like out of high school, with get together with the guys and co-ed a lot of times too for beverages and play. I mean, I love the sport. I just had no idea it was big enough of a deal that we would get 2 professional teams and they would play at Grand Casino Arena. My God.
Well, one is for sure going to be at Grand Casino Arena. The other one doesn't have a home yet. And I think there are a lot of questions about, are we actually big enough to host 2 professional teams? The 2 other cities that have 2 pro volleyball teams are Atlanta and then Omaha. So we'll see how this goes.
This must be very. I'm assuming they've done their market research and that they think that this town can support 2 volleyball teams. Holy crap!
We'll see how it shakes out in 2027. And MnDOT is squashing the Minnesota-Wisconsin tug of war on the Stillwater Lift Bridge ahead of the Vikings-Packers game this Sunday. That's a bummer.
That's a buzzkill. I saw this. Yeah.
Last year, organizers raised $4,000 for first responders. This year, the event will take place all in Wisconsin. They're moving it to Hudson. The mayor of Stillwater hopes he can get MnDOT to reconsider if Stillwater takes on doing all of the logistics that go with this, the liability, the permits, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see what happens for Border Battle 2026.
What? The whole thing's going to move to Wisconsin. So we're the fun killers.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
MnDOT is the fun killers.
Wow. You know what?
Despite naming all the snow plows.
I love and appreciate everything MnDOT does. I've lived in some other spots where there's snow, and we do an incredible job.
We do a real good job with the snow, yeah.
But shame on you, MnDOT, for this. You know what? I'm sure that MnDOT takes care of the roads in East Bethel. Plenty of lakes up there, but also plenty of roads in East Bethel that we need to take care of, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
What are we going to do next?
We are going to, all freaking morning, we are going to give away so much stuff.
Okay.
Just brace yourself for impact. But the first thing on the docket is we've got a 4-pack to the St. Paul Ice and Fishing Winter Sports Show. That is happening the first full weekend in December. You and I are going to be hanging out there.
We're going to be hanging out, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a blast. We'll do a little double or nothing.
Oh, yeah, I love double or nothing.
You want to get in on the action? It is 651-989-ROCK. The Luther Westside Volkswagen talk and text line 651-989-ROCK. Get in on double or nothing next.
Do it. Yeah. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. We are Gorman in the morning. You just have me, Paul Fletcher, and that there is Ryder. Steve, we're thinking he'll be back tomorrow. You know what? If you're missing him, I understand that. But you got us.
If you're missing him, you can go check out the podcast sponsored by Devani's Pizza and Hot Hoagies.
Look at you jumping in right there. All right. I like it. Nice work. All right. So we're going to play double or nothing. We've got a pretty phenomenal prize up for grabs, too. You're going to get to come see us, actually, or you can visit at any time. Hopefully you'd come see us. St. Paul Ice Fishing and Winter Sports Show, December 5th through the 7th at the St. Paul River Center, thanks to SG Events. Have you ever been to this thing?
No, I haven't. I've been ice fishing, though, and unfortunately I've only caught in a buzz. So... maybe some of the gear at this expo will help me catch an actual fish next time.
That would be fun.
Yes.
I mean, that'd be a good way to do it, I suppose. Although the way some of these fish houses are, you almost don't need to catch fish.
No.
I mean, they got satellite TV and PlayStations and crap.
Heating,
I mean, it's insane.
Recliners. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
It is.
We're going to try and send Nick from Forest Lake, though.
All right, Nick from Forest Lake. Nick, how are you?
I'm great.
All right, you ready to play double or nothing?
I am.
All right. What you need to do is match. I'm going to ask you 5 questions. You need to match 2 of the 5 with our, was it a barfly rider?
Of course.
His name's Mitch.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you're going to try to match Mitch. Match Mitch. We should call this round Match Mitch.
Sure.
You all right? You need to get 2 of these 5. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. How big does the Powerball jackpot need to get before you buy a ticket?
500 mil.
Wow. All right. That's a lot. Finish the phrase, light as a...
Feather.
All right. What's a common beverage to have with Thanksgiving dinner?
Milk.
Yeah, it's pretty true. How many pets would a person who lives in an apartment typically own?
1.
And last but not least, name any rock band, Nick, that starts with the letter D.
Nick, you there?
Nick, are you there?
D as in
I
dog.
am. You got me on this one, man.
We got it. Oh, no.
Oh,
D is in David.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dogtooth.
Dogtooth. Okay. All right. They're a great band. I'm a really big fan
What
of
the hell is
Dogtooth.
Keanu Reeves' band? Is it Dog
Dogstar.
There,
Yeah. Dogstar is.
Yeah, I got 2 anyways.
That's okay. You know what?
Okay.
Your other 4 are pretty solid answers. So let's see what Mitch
All right,
had to
here we
say.
go. We chatted with Mitch at the Eagles Club in South Minneapolis the other night. Here are Mitch's answers. Okay, here we go. Say the first thing that pops into your head. Don't think too hard.
Baseball.
How big does the Powerball jackpot need to be before you buy a ticket?
12 million.
Finish the phrase, light as a...
Light as a feather.
There we go. What's a popular beverage to have at Thanksgiving dinner?
I would say water.
What's a common number of pets for a person with an apartment to own?
3.
Name a rock band that starts with the letter D.
Drifters.
Drifters.
no.
Oh, man. Nick, sorry about that.
Hang on the
God.
line, bud. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on, though, Nick. 3 in an apartment?
Yeah, Mitch must be picturing a really, really, really big apartment.
Wow. And
Or else he has really, really, really tiny pets.
I thought for sure they would match on the Thanksgiving beverage. I mean, milk is a pretty solid go-to for most people.
Really? With turkey? What are you, 4?
I mean, I'm just going by what people are going to say, not by what I would have necessarily.
I was thinking that wine would be like number 1.
Yeah, I suppose that probably is number 1 on the board.
Personally, will be drinking a beer while watching the Lions-Packers game.
You know what? I think KFC wants us to drink gravy on Thanksgiving.
Some people do.
We'll explain KFC gravy flights in 5 minutes and 2 songs. 92 KQRS, it's Gorman in the morning with me, Paul Fletcher, and that is Ryder. Steve out sick. We're hoping he'll be back tomorrow. But we've got a big day coming around. I've always thought that Thanksgiving was a bit underrated.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not a Hallmark holiday so much. There's none of all of the crap that comes with, say, Christmas that starts in freaking August, right?
Dude,
it's
Thanksgiving
just you
is so overrated.
it's just you, family, good food, and football. What more do you want?
I mean, I like food and football. Is
You don't
what
like
I'll
your
say
family?
about that.
Okay. Okay, well, I actually like my family, and so we have a good
But
time.
the food isn't that good.
Oh.
Like turkey, bleh. You
Not
only
doing it
want
right.
You only want turkey because you get all the sides and stuff with it.
Yeah,
and
that's
you can
fair.
make this crap anytime.
Okay,
you
all
don't
right.
need to wait until the 4th Thursday in November.
You actually led me into this perfectly. So would you be okay with chicken instead of turkey for Thanksgiving?
I suppose,
'Cause,
sure.
I mean, you're not.
I mean, that's also kind of bland, but
Chicken better than turkey, though, typically, right? Well, KFC is trying to wedge themselves into the turkey eating tradition. They want us eating their chicken instead. They're offering up the extra crispy festive feast. Here's what you get. For $25, you get a bucket of chicken. It's like 8 pieces, I think. Mashed potatoes, 4 biscuits, all of which I'm fine with,
Yeah.
but certainly don't need. However,
What do you
this
mean?
also includes...
you don't need biscuits?
The biscuits are just whatever to me.
Dude, their biscuits are freaking amazing.
I like their fried chicken a hell of a lot better than their biscuits. I'm fine with all of it, but I'm not like blown away by any of it. However, this package, this festive feast, also comes with a flight of 3 different gravies, and this is where they get me.
Wait, KFC has more than one flavor of gravy?
They do now.
Okay.
They're calling it a gravy flight.
Huh.
And it comes with this festive feast. There's a brown gravy, a white peppercorn, and a new one called Southwest Cheddar. I went to their website. It sort of just looks like cheese sauce.
What? Okay, then it's not gravy. It is cheese sauce.
No, it's sort of like the white peppercorn doesn't look like gravy either, but it's gravy.
White gravy is a real thing. Like, you can go get white gravy.
Well, then cheese gravy can be a real thing too.
No.
Anyway.
I don't think that's true.
I'm tempted to get this flight. I want to see if I can just go get the flight because I want to have that with our normal Thanksgiving. I want the flight with my turkey.
So you're just going to go to KFC, buy gravy, and then bring that to Thanksgiving dinner? That's your contribution?
Well, I also contribute the mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Mine are pretty outstanding. But yeah, I would do this. I want to see. I might have to stop at KFC, see if I can just get the flight. They're probably going to say no. So then what I'll do is I'll buy the $25 festive feast, and then I'll donate it to somebody who needs the food and just keep the gravy. You're
going to donate a hot meal.
I'll find somebody.
Okay.
Sure, why not? I mean, it's KFC. It'll keep for days.
I guess that's fair. All right. So KFC, in my opinion, with the mashed potatoes, I've always really liked that brown gravy.
Yeah.
But is it the best gravy in town? Have you had gravy anywhere else that's really good?
I mean, just the homemade stuff. I'm
Just
trying
the
to think
homemade
of,
stuff?
I'm trying to think of like gravies that I've had out on the town that have like nothing's really stood out to me. I've never, there's not anything I can think of that, like we've got a place by us in Albertville, Willie McCoy's. They've got pretty great gravy.
Okay.
But my sister-in-law's gravy and mom's gravy are pretty phenomenal. But I'm curious. I just want this flight.
Do you know how your sister-in-law and your mom make the gravy? Is there a secret ingredient? Or are they just doing the traditional?
Just doing it traditional, but they do it well. You know what I mean? It's like you could do the traditional gravy and totally mess it up. I mean, it's about getting all the proportions perfectly right. You know what I mean?
I suppose.
And getting the water out of the turkey and all that to add to it, and just like you're taking all the leftovers of everything and stuffing it in the gravy to make the gravy.
Man, that sounds like a lot of work.
It sounds really, really tasty to me.
So Stephen and I Mr. Ryder and I did a bed and breakfast, and they gave us coupons to go to the Nicollet Diner, which is right under the Roxy in downtown Minneapolis. I think it's on like 13th and Nicollet.
Yeah.
The Roxy, they do like a ton of drag shows and stuff like that, and they have a 24-hour diner right on the street right there. So it is very interesting people watching. Real fun there.
For sure.
And then 2, they make a peppercorn gravy, like a white pepper gravy that is so delicious. I'd put it up against this KFC crap any day.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I'm not crowning KFC the kings of the gravy.
That brown gravy is really good. I would crown them the king of that style of gravy.
Okay, well, you know what? You maybe need to try their white peppercorn to see if it matches up.
All right.
Well, here's where KFC's coming from, by the way. 35% of Americans have said they don't like turkey. And so that's where so it looks like KFC has a decent spot to wedge themselves in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like and $25, you don't have to do any cooking. If you got a small family, that could work. And you get the flight of gravy. I want the flight of gravy, man. I'm freaking out about the flight of gravy.
I can see that.
It's definitely the Southwest cheddar gravy, finger quotes, is
It's just queso dip.
It's non-traditional gravy, to say the least, right? They're not the only ones.
It already has another name. It's called queso dip.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
But they're not the only ones coming up with non-traditional treats to eat. Oreo is coming in, I hesitate to say coming in strong. We'll find out after STP. Debut album from Stone Temple Pilots, Core. If you could wear out a CD, I would. I would have wore out a CD if I could have wore out a CD.
You can wear out a CD, and I did it with Green Day's Dookie.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's got
what
like
happened?
scratches all
Just so
over
many
it.
scratches from
Yes.
using it so much. Okay, fair enough. 92 KQRS, it's Gorman in the morning. Steve is out sick. You got me, Paul Fletcher. That is Ryder. We've been talking about KFC getting into the Thanksgiving game, and really just some Thanksgiving food thoughts came in on the Luther Westside Volkswagen talk and text line 651-989-ROCK. Tom says they do, was it Tom? No, it's not Tom. Sorry. Where is it? I can't find it now. Damn it, there it is. Is a 952 number. They have prime rib and ham on Thanksgiving.
I mean, it sounds like they are breaking tradition and doing the food that they actually want right there.
I mean, but that's, it's Thanksgiving. Give thanks. Do whatever the heck you want. If you're not into the turkey, don't do turkey.
Dude, I've eaten frozen pizza on Thanksgiving and been really happy about it.
This is a little off topic, but on topic. My wife growing up was a military brat. They didn't have, and they went through a lot of stints where they didn't have a lot of money. Hot dogs and cheeseburgers homemade for Christmas was what they did every year.
That's
for a long
even better
time.
than what most people eat.
We also got a text from Big Lake Nate. He says you can't beat a deep fried turkey.
Ooh, lots of work. There's a lot of effort going into that. But we have done, growing up, Dad would do the deep fried turkey every once in a while, and it does level that game up.
It does, huh? Yeah?
Yes.
I've never had the deep fried turkey. Maybe it's something I need to try. Yeah, maybe it's something I need to get into and give a whirl. I don't know. Okay, so... KFC is not the only non-traditional Thanksgiving bit trying to get in on things.
With their gravy flights, one of which is just queso dip?
Come on!
Okay.
Just let me dream.
Okay.
That's all I'm asking. Oreo has announced a new special edition of cookies that taste like Thanksgiving. All right, you can't get them. You can't get them in stores. They're only online. But I did check; they're still available. You can order a tin for $20 plus shipping at Oreo.com. It's 6 different flavors, and each tin has 2 of each. So here's the question: do you really want a turkey and stuffing Oreo?
Turkey and okay, is the cookie still like the chocolate cookie? Do you know, or are we getting a different flavor of cookie?
Unfortunately, I don't work for Oreo, and I don't have the answer to that. You're gonna have to just play Russian roulette here.
Oh,
you're flying blind.
Okay.
All right, so let me see. I'll tell you what else is in the tin, and you can let me know.
I'm not eating the turkey one.
You wouldn't even try it?
No.
Okay. Sweet potato. That actually could be kind of good. Sweet potato, if you do it right. Okay.
I guess as long as they don't call it a yam.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yam is gross. Creamed corn.
Ooh.
Really?
No,
that
I don't
would
like
try.
Corn.
Cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie.
Oh, yes.
Caramel apple pie.
Yes, I'll try all the sweet ones.
Okay, so are you buying them separately, or are you going to buy the tin and just throw away the stuff you don't want?
I'll throw away the stuff I don't want.
Wow, all right.
I don't think they're going to sell them separate. I feel like they're trying to shove the turkey and stuffing one down your throat.
That could be
true. And
true.
then give you the delicious pumpkin pie one.
You can get the pumpkin pie one separate. You can get the caramel apple pie separate. The others you have to get in the tin. You know what? I think I would try them.
Okay.
I would chuck them, but I'm not certain that I would commit fully, but I would try them.
You're not doing all 6 flavors?
I would try all 6. If I'm going to spend the $20, wait for the shipping, get the pretty little tin that looks like a cookie, by the way, and Oreo specifically. I'm going to try them. Why not?
Tubby says he'll be having massive amounts of fried okra for his Thanksgiving meal, all the way from Alabama. Good morning, Tubby, on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line.
Wow. So
that's a good pick.
Yeah, that is a good pick. Mm-hmm. And Steven said marinated flank steak. God.
Ooh,
yeah. You maybe don't need to have turkey. Big Lake Nate jumped back in. The only stuffing of Oreos is all of them down my gullet. I like it. Anybody that calls their throat, etc., their gullet, I'm good with, because that's a regular use of mine. All right, so Oreos, Thanksgiving, you can get the tins. If you've got a strong feeling on it, hit us on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line 651-989-ROCK. Coming up in 5 minutes and 2 songs, we got headlines. So there was a black dog that wandered around the studio, and Zeppelin said, hey, let's name a song after that dog. I don't think the song's about the dog, but the title is.
Of all of the Led Zeppelin titles, that one's not the most illogical.
It's probably the most logical, actually. 92 KQRS, Gorman in the morning. Steve is out sick, but you got me, Paul Fletcher, and you've got Ryder. And right now, we're going to play a little something called Double or Nothing. We'd love to send somebody to see Wendy Maybury. She's playing the IDS building on the 50th floor, you say?
Yeah, the place she's playing, it's called Windows on Marquette, and it's all the way up on the 50th floor. Very cool view. Really nice place to hang out.
I'm kind of embarrassed.
See some comedy.
I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I didn't even know this existed. So comedy up there sounds phenomenal. We've got Steve from Minneapolis. Am I correct?
Hey, Steve.
Steve, are you there? Steve, there he is. Hi, Steve. How are you?
All right.
All right, so we're going to play double or nothing. Ryder, where were you at?
I was at the Eagles Club.
All right.
Area number 34 in South Minneapolis.
Love that. And she talked to Mike. Mike gave us answers to 5 questions. Steve, you've got to match just 2 of those 5, and you're going to go see Wendy Maybury 50 stories high. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go, Mike.
Yeah.
Here we go. Give me answers. The first thing that comes to mind, sir. What's a food you are more likely to eat after midnight?
Popcorn.
All right. What's a popular donut topping?
Chocolate.
That's a good answer right there. Name a sport that doesn't require a lot of equipment.
Tennis.
What time should dinner start on Thanksgiving?
4 p.m.
Interesting. And name a common brand of whiskey.
Jim Beam.
All right.
All right.
So I chatted with Mike, and since I was chatting with Mike, I got to put in a plug for his fundraiser. He does this thing called Tunes for Tots. It happens December 14th. That's a Sunday. It's a matinee show at the Eagles Club, and you're encouraged to bring down some unwrapped toys and all that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
Me and Mr. Ryder will be there. We've been hoarding toys since last year when we had to miss it.
Wow, that's really cool.
Here are Mike's answers. Name a food you're more likely to eat after midnight.
A cookie.
What's a popular topping for a donut?
Glazing.
Name a sport that doesn't require a lot of equipment.
Basketball.
What time should dinner start on Thanksgiving?
Noon.
Name a common brand of whiskey.
Jack Daniels.
Oh, man.
Aw.
Well, you gave him the glazing, huh?
I did give him the chocolate for glazing. Steve, hang on the line, man. Bummer about that.
Yeah, Steve misses out. He did get one, but man, food likely to eat after midnight. I mean, Steve goes with popcorn. Mike goes with chocolate or a cookie.
Cookies.
I mean, it's really about sweet and savory.
Savory right there.
Yeah.
Put them together, I guess.
Absolutely.
Fear not, though. We'll have more chances for you to see Wendy Maybury all morning long, so hang out with us.
And she's stopping in at 8:25, I understand. So check this out. We've had a bunch of people chime in on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line 651-989-ROCK with just different go-tos for Thanksgiving. And that got us thinking about a bargument. It was actually one of the questions, right, that just happened in Double or Nothing. What time should Thanksgiving dinner happen? We'll dive into this. Feel free to hit us up now. We'll get into it in 5 minutes and 2 songs. Gotta love a Minnesota kid fitting in with all the Seattle kids. That from the Singles soundtrack, which is largely Seattle bands. Paul Westerberg from right here in Minnesota, 92 KQRS. It is Gorman in the morning with me, Paul Fletcher, and Ryder. Steve, still out sick. I feel bad for the guy. He's got to feel pretty miserable to take 2 days off.
I mean, this is not uncommon for people who have gone on a tour.
For sure. I still feel bad for him.
To get sick on the tour or right after the tour ends. So,
yeah. Well, and that
he should have seen the sucker coming months away.
Yeah, you know what? He should have pre-planned some vacation days so we could have slept in a couple times. And you know what? And somebody at his advanced age doing morning radio and rock and roll shows? Yeah, probably should have seen it coming, huh?
Yeah.
It's not easy, that's for sure. All right, so we're going to jump into, we need a bargument.
Bargument time.
It's bargument time. And
Hell yeah.
Explain a bargument to us again.
It's a fight that doesn't really have a right or a wrong answer, and your argument will still be able to hold weight after about 3 or so beers.
Okay. Well, earlier, I just want to reference one text because it made me giggle. Chris in Bloomington, we were talking earlier about Thanksgiving Oreos. He says, I can't wait for my green bean casserole Oreos. Can I get a, yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah, that sounds awful, Chris. Come on, get real. All right, so our bargument today, what is the best time of day for Thanksgiving dinner?
I think the question is, what is the right time of day? Which is the correct time for dinner to be served?
Best time? Same thing, right?
So what are you thinking?
For me, it's a very specific number, and it has to be 11:30.
Okay, so clearly you are not 11:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Not 11:30 at night?
Correct.
So you are not partaking in any of the preparation at all whatsoever, I can tell by this answer.
No, I do the mashed potatoes. And
the mashed potatoes?
Those take time. You got to peel them. You've got to
45 minutes max.
Sure.
Okay.
But we have my mom chips in. She does one thing. My sister-in-law does a bunch of stuff too. I mean, you can get the turkey in the oven by 6 or 7 a.m. That's not a big deal. Most people are up by then.
Why is that not your job? You're the early riser in the family, are you not?
Not if I have any choice. No, I'm the early riser by default. But no, my brother and sister-in-law, they enjoy it. My sister-in-law specifically really enjoys doing the turkey. She does her own homemade stuffing, which is unbelievable. She does a green bean casserole. Mom does an unbelievable sweet potatoes. Moms are almost like a whipped. They're not even mashed. They're with the marshmallows on top and brown sugar and all that crap.
Of course.
Yeah, those are phenomenal. So 11:30 to me though, and by the way, a bunch of smart people at Columbia University said earlier is better because they want to give you a lot of time, especially if you plan on overeating, give you lots of time to digest so that you're sleeping well still. Plus, the way I look at it, you eat at 11:30, you still got time for leftovers at 6.
Okay, so you're thinking about this as an eater and not as a cooker.
Well, sure, but that's the drill that we're doing. I mean, like, that's when we've always eaten. Okay, so then what do you do?
You're giving a lot of work and taking away a lot of sleep from everybody who's prepping this fantastic meal for you.
Well, but we're all involved, so it's not like I'm the only one that's just sitting back and eating. My wife does all the desserts. I do the mashed potatoes. Mom does the sweet potatoes, and so there you go.
All right, so the correct time to eat Thanksgiving dinner is as soon as that Lions football game has wrapped up. And I participate in cooking and watching the game. The Lions always seem to do better if I'm doing chores while they're playing. So my chore of cooking food, whatever type of meal it is that I decide to make, is done during the game.
Okay.
You have halftime, which this year I'll probably watch the halftime show since it's Jack White.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
But that would usually be when you would go for a walk with your cool cousins.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Walk?
Partake in some smokables because that is like a mandatory part of Thanksgiving.
Interesting.
And then come back and you're nice and hungry and you're probably eating dinner about 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
Holy cow, that's
so late. That is the correct time.
No, that's
well, you're
far too
snacking
late.
during the game.
Well, sure, but snacking ruins the meal too because you're going to be all full of junk. I want to just get in and get on it. Like, I want to get in and get on it.
Some chips, some dips, maybe some veggies.
Chains and whips. Chips. Hey, so what are you responsible for with the cooking?
I mean, last year I made the whole damn thing.
Seriously?
Was just me. It was me, my mom, and my sister. Mr. Ryder usually works at the store, which is closed, which is why he wants to work there. Yeah.
And so he can get a lot done when it's closed, can't he?
Yeah. So soup to nuts. I made the entire dinner. We were probably at an hour later than I had planned on, but.
Well, I mean, you know what?
I dive in, I get things done.
I'd be 100%. I'm normally 100% on just bashing you, even for the sake of bashing you. But if you're doing it all yourself, I think if it's an hour later than you want, that's reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we ate about 3:30. So there you go.
All right. Wow.
That is the correct answer.
That's impressive. Yep. All right. Fair enough. Hit us up. Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line 651-989-ROCK. What is the correct time to eat Thanksgiving dinner? OMD, I'm Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Hey, it's Paul Fletcher and Ryder. Gorman in the morning without Steve. He's out sick. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, too bad he is not here to settle this argument.
Yeah, we could use one more vote really to figure out who's right, who's wrong. We did get some texts in on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line.
All right, let him rip.
Big Lake Nate says Thanksgiving dinner should be when the Pack or the Cowboys play because nobody wants to watch that crap.
Packers don't play every year, so there you go.
That's true.
That gives you a lot of leeway. Deep fry that freaking turkey.
Really good point. Really good point. You know what? The other one I had freaking disappeared for real. It's gone. I can't find it. I'll say this one. Nick, the correct time to eat Thanksgiving dinner is when you're told to.
Yes.
Not before, and definitely don't lollygag. I love the wording on the lollygag.
Nick is coming in as an eater, it sounds like.
I was just going to say that definitely sounds like an eater, not like a prepper. All right. Very good. If you keep hitting us up if you'd like. 651-989-ROCK. Help us settle this argument. The correct time to eat Thanksgiving dinner. 5 minutes and 2 songs away from headlines. You know, you could say it's almost like flying, seeing a comic do stand-up 50 stories in the air in the IDS. It's not quite,
Sure.
but close.
Okay, the windows are all closed.
Well, fair enough.
there you go.
That's probably a good thing. It's Gorman in the morning on 92 KQRS. We are without Steve. He's out sick. We're hoping he'll be back tomorrow. But you've got me, Paul Fletcher, and you've got Ryder. And we're going to play Double or Nothing. We wanted to send you to see Wendy Maybury. She's going to be doing, like I mentioned just a second ago, she's going to be doing stand-up comedy on the 50th floor of the IDS. What's the thing called?
It is called Windows on Marquette.
That's fantastic. This
Yeah.
sounds awesome. I want to go do this.
Saturday night.
Sounds like a date night. A
very
fantastic
much.
date night. All right. So,
Dan from St. Paul is checking in. He's going to try and win himself some tickets.
we're asking 5 questions of Dan. You also talked to Chelsea on the other end. We'll get her answers after we talk to Dan in St. Paul.
Dan, you jumping out a window? What are you doing, man?
Working.
Working.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. Are you? Can you take a 5-second break from work to answer 5 questions?
I can take, no problem.
All right,
Game
Dan,
on.
here we go. We're going to try to match your answers with Chelsea's. First question, what's a Thanksgiving side dish you would throw in the trash?
Thanksgiving side dish I would throw in the trash.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie for me, but that ain't what she's going to say.
What is
Well-
she gonna say?
Cranberries.
Okay.
Cranberries, all right. God, if she says pumpkin pie, that's going to be the best ever. Sorry, Dan, but I mean, I want you to win, but that would be awesome. Name any famous Weird Al song.
Any famous weird eat it.
There we go. Besides a shovel, what's something you could use to remove snow?
Dustpan.
A dustpan?
Okay.
Wow, all right. That sounds like a lot of work. Better side with your burger, fries or tots?
Fries.
50-50 on that win. What's a popular brand of paper towel?
Bounty.
All right.
All right.
I talked to Chelsea at the Eagles Club. Here are Chelsea's answers.
Okay.
Name a Thanksgiving side dish you would throw in the trash.
Sweet potatoes.
What's a Weird Al song most people know?
Ride and dirty.
Besides a shovel, what's something you use to clear snow?
Your hands.
Not a dustpan?
Better side with your burger, fries or tots?
Fries.
There we go.
What's a popular brand of paper towel?
Bounty.
Nice job, Dan.
You're not a front runner. You're a closer. Nice work, Dan.
Thanks. I'm a J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, that's kind of true, I suppose.
Don't go anywhere, Dan.
Although you got the win. That's the difference between Dan and 9.
That is.
Yeah.
And Chelsea, the Weird Al song she was referencing was White and Nerdy.
White and nerdy, yeah. I don't know how you don't go to eat it first. Dustpan, though? Cleaning snow with a dustpan? I guess you could.
Fat?
I guess you could. Snowblower?
Amish Paradise?
No, I was saying dustpan, though, for cleaning off snow, removing snow.
She went with
Sounds
her
like a lot.
hands.
Yeah,
I
I know.
Like,
That
nobody's
was even-
going to say snowplow.
Yeah, or snowblower, even.
All right. Well,
so
Dan's going to see Wendy
yes.
Saturday night.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? The real Wendy actually happens to be here. We're going to get into something we call 20 Questions with Wendy Maybury coming up in 5 minutes and 2 songs. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Gorman in the morning without the Gorman. It's just the Ryder and the Fletcher. Or I guess it's Fletcher and Ryder. Whatever. I don't really care. Hi. You know what? We've got a special guest with us.
Yes.
Ready to get into it? Wendy Maybury, how are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here this morning.
Good. Well, we're happy to have you. That's for sure. We've got a pretty sweet gig coming up, huh?
I am so excited. I have never done comedy there before, but apparently the view is incredible. It's on the 50th floor in downtown Minneapolis. It's a great date night, I hear. So.
That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, honestly, no disrespect, but with or without Wendy, it sounds like it'd be a pretty cool
much.
thing.
Pretty much.
Now you add Wendy on top. That's like,
How can you lose?
That's like the icing and whatever sprinkles and etc. You're a lot. You bring more than just basic, frosting.
More than a snack. More than a snack.
That's
Of course.
So we thought without our fearless leader, we're not used to taking charge, but here we are taking charge, and so we thought it'd be kind of fun. It was actually Ryder's idea to came up with the idea of let's just do 20 questions with Wendy. They're
Yes.
super easy. They're not hard.
Okay.
It's mostly about you because while you're here, it's all about you.
It's
Sounds
the most
good.
random goofball stuff we could think of.
Yeah.
Fletcher,
great.
you want to go first?
Oh, sure, I'll go first.
Lead off.
Let's start with, you know what? I've I've dabbled over the course of my life in photography.
Okay.
Okay. I've had proper cameras, proper glass, as they call it. Nowadays, I'm just using a phone. And so, but you're also a photographer,
right?
What's one piece of advice, the best advice you'd give to an amateur photographer, whether they're using a camera or a phone? What's the one piece of advice that you'd give them?
Get closer. Just get up on it. Because people show you this picture and they go, really tiny in the left-hand corner is this cool thing that you can't really see. That's the worst picture, isn't it?
It's funny, when I first got into it and bought my first proper camera, I had a friend who's a professional sports photographer, and that was his exact advice were two things. He said, fill the frame and tilt down.
Oh, yeah.
Because we always leave too much space up above. You know what I mean? You get like
he's sports though. Like women don't want you to tilt down. We want you don't need more information, sir. Please keep it waist above, please.
That's fair. But at the same time, if you're getting a portrait of somebody and there's 2/3 of the frame up in the sky and you're getting basically, nipples up, you know what I mean? Like
depends what kind of pictures we're taking, dude. It's very early in the morning. Like, what are we doing? What's your next question?
Follow up on Fletcher's question. Should people get closer by physically walking to their subject or just zoom in?
It's always better to walk in before you zoom in. But then in a pinch, if you're like, behind bars or at the 50th floor of the IDS
behind
tower.
Bars.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of listeners we have.
What kind of pictures are we taking? It's very early in the morning, Wendy.
At a zoo? I don't know where y'all's brain. Maybe you're at a zoo.
Maybe we are at a zoo.
You can't get any closer to that lion. Then you want to use your zoom when you can.
Okay, jumping in on my first question. Follow up on this show at the IDS.
Yeah.
Are you good, bad, or neutral with heights?
I am great with heights.
Okay,
I actually lean out of airplanes now and then as part of my photography job.
You lean out of airplanes?
I'm sorry, what?
I know. I photograph a lot of aviation work where you basically lean out. And that's, my dad was a pilot, so leaning out of aircraft is a family tradition. So we just... leaning
out of aircraft is a family tradition.
Points for Wendy. Points for the Maybury family.
What are you doing at this Thanksgiving? I don't know. We're going to sit around and have some turkey, watch some Lions football, maybe lean out of an airplane.
No big deal.
What the hell is happening right now? All right, so that leads me into mine. This is going great so far. You are a military brat.
Yeah.
And I think you just alluded to what branch Dad is.
That's right.
But I got to ask, what branch of the military is the best?
We like the chair force in my family.
The chair force?
Just kidding. The Air Force. We're obviously Air Force family. The Army always Googles that that's what they do, is sit in very cushy chairs. No, we're Air Force. My mom thinks the Marines don't like wives because they'd issue you one if you really need one. My dad is anti-Navy because he thinks the mustaches look weird. And
anti-Navy because the mustaches look weird?
They used to always, they would let these Navy guys have this big mustaches.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, that's a lot of energy.
Not wrong.
The porn stash?
I wasn't going to say it because I wasn't sure what words we're allowed to say, but totally that. And then the Army, we don't want to do the Army. His dad was in the Army. So.
Okay.
You're not going to do the Army dirty, is what you're saying.
I'm not going to.
Fun fact: my father-in-law is retired Air Force.
Oh,
worked in the nuke silos at Offutt in Omaha, Nebraska.
That is one of my favorite things. There's a comedian that I love named Leah Mansfield who also did that job, and she said when she retired from that job, people would go, "Did you ever push the button?" And she's like, "You'd know. You'd know.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd know."
The other problem is the Air Force taught her to kill millions of people, but no other skills. And so every job she'd apply for, they'd go, "Yeah, we don't do that here." I always thought that was so funny.
My father-in-law had a crazy day. There was a day, I don't know if you guys remember this, back in 2001, there was this day we referred to as 9/11.
Yeah.
President Bush landed at Offutt because it was interior in the country, and it's not that it was not so much his ranking, but where his office was located. My father-in-law's office became HQ for Bush and Cheney that day. Pretty insane stories that I've been told.
I bet they were real gentle when they booted him out of that office.
He said they actually were. He said there were, like, some of the stories he's told me. He said there were a bunch of voices going off as they were approaching, and he was privy to their conversations. Bush was going off, expletives, yelling, screaming, and Cheney goes, George, let's just calm down. Let's take a breath.
Yeah.
Everybody, and at that point on, it was pretty chill the rest of the day.
It's always wild to see how brains work in a crisis, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just telling you, I was outside. I was trying to spend the week at Regions in hospital here in Minneapolis, which, shout out to Regions. Everyone's hot. It's like Grey's Anatomy Live. If you haven't, I don't want you to get injured, but if you do, the ER staff is all hot. Everyone who walked in, except for the big guy in charge who wore red Crocs without socks. And I actually looked at him and said,
you're in a hospital.
I said to him, I'm like, you must be in charge to have the energy to wear that and think people take you you seriously, right? That's a choice you've made, fashionista.
That is a choice for sure.
But we were laughing about how when things are out of control, people focus on one little thing. Like my mom kept going, no one's giving me an extra pillow. And that was like, I'm like, we're doing other stuff, man. Anyway.
But she was worried about her one pillow.
One pillow.
That
it's
can
the
be
little
a thing.
things that can make things. On 9/11, them gently asking him to leave the office made the whole story better.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're gonna switch. We're gonna take a hard
Okay, let's do
freaking
it.
left
Pivot.
here.
Hard
Okay,
pivot.
here we go. What's the strangest thing that's happened to you during a show?
This is
That's a good
actually,
one.
gosh, I keep medical. So my son fainted at school, and we had to go to the hospital, and they ran through with me what to do if you faint. The next day at a show, my opener was on stage, and a lady sitting in the back fainted. Well, I had just had the rundown of what. So I run over, and I put her head down, put her feet up, and they're calling 911, and one of the audience members says, "Don't worry, we have a nurse." I'm like, no, I'm the comedian. I just listen. Like, I don't tell them not to come. We need qualified people.
Yes.
I just play one on TV. So.
Nice.
All right, so since we got into the comedy world, I'm going to ask you, who's your favorite comedian that's not from Minnesota?
Oh, I don't. Tig Notaro is the first one who came to my mind just then. But I also
don't blink. That's a good answer.
Yeah, I love it. But also as a child, I was in love with Whoopi Goldberg because I would rent her special from the library. You could go get those VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And I remember loving her even as a little girl. So that was probably two of them.
Whoopi's a good one. That's
Honestly, I had no idea she did stand up.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I mean, I remember her, and I think it was Sister Act and Sister Act 2 as my introduction to Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, wild.
So I will have to get a library card and dig the VHS player
That might
out.
be the only place you can find it. I'm sure it's online.
YouTube has everything.
That's true.
Everything that's ever been released on any format, anywhere, ever.
Probably
is
to
on YouTube.
much people's chagrin, the internet never forgets. And
That's
it probably
right.
should now and then. It'd be great if it did.
Absolutely.
we're pivoting to me. All right.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if you were in a talent competition and you couldn't tell jokes, what would your talent be?
Oh, here we go.
That's such. I don't have any talents.
That can't be true.
Don't sell yourself
What
short.
would I do? I would make balloon animals.
Can
you
do
legit
balloon
make
animals?
balloon animals?
Yeah, I make a mean dog. I can do balloon animals in a
cool.
pinch. Like if there's somebody and the right amount of the shape, you have to long balloons.
Yep.
The ones that used to be a sausage. Anyway, if the right balloon, I can really whip just. Enough out that everyone gets excited and then I distract from something else.
It sounds like your balloon animal acumen is similar to that of your being a nurse.
Exactly. I'm good at about 10 seconds of most things. I can make you feel like you're okay for 10 seconds.
Okay,
I
but
like this.
so a talent we do know that you have is quilting.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's right.
Is there a I don't know I don't know the wording.
Yeah.
Is there a certain pattern or type or whatever that's more challenging than others?
So here's the thing. In April of this past year, I gave up sex for quilting, and it's been never been better.
Wow.
Repeatedly stabbing something with a needle is an underrated way to express frustration you may have pent up.
Noted.
Okay.
And
Noted.
quilters are
Do
a
you get the
weird
same
little
release
segment.
from it?
Well, I'm pretty happy. It's consistent,
Yeah.
I know 100% of the time it's going to be happy, which sometimes when you're dating, you're not sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Weirdly, I'm a right brain girl. I'm not real big on math or measuring.
Okay.
So this woman named Jamie Bright, who's actually from Minnesota, outside of Duluth, invented this pattern where it's almost like just playing with colored fabric, which is totally my jam. And you don't have any seams to match up. And so it's called the Luminary Quilt. It was an Instagram ad. So I was driving through Iowa on the way to a show, and I kept getting the same Instagram ad for "You can quilt. It's not that hard. It'll be easy." And so I saw a billboard for a quilt shop, and I'm like, I was literally influenced, and I was like, let's just quilt. So I walked into this quilt shop. I've never quilted anything and bought a cutter, a mat, and like $170 worth of fabric. And then before the show, just cut it all up. And then I got home and sewed it, and that's how I started.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
How many years ago was this?
This past April, and I've made 51 quilts since April.
You've made 51 quilts in less than a year?
Yeah. I know. Which is actually, I'll tell you really fast. I didn't know there's this long arming service where they make them into the actual blankets with the stitching, and you can have someone else do that. And so there's a lady in South Minneapolis. It's called Sugar Maple Quilting. So you just send her your quilt top, and then she brings back. If I had to finish the project, I probably couldn't because I'm a starter, not a good finisher. So she finishes for me.
Wow, 51 quilts though.
Yeah, no sex, but a lot of quilting. I get it. I didn't realize I spent that much time dating, honestly.
Whatever gets the job done, right?
much.
I mean, that's really what it boils down to. Okay, so what's the first song or band artist you remember hearing?
I'm a huge U2 fan.
Oh, wow.
I had a crush on a guy.
She hugged their picture as she was walking into the station today. She gave
boy.
the U2 picture a nice hug.
Well,
Let's make sure we escort her out so she doesn't steal that
I've
sucker.
thought about it.
Yeah.
It's an Anton Corbijn fiber print. Like, it is an original fiber print you guys have. That is... If you're a U2 fan, it's a big deal.
Or if you're saying if KQ is in a bind, we should
Grab
put it on eBay.
If there's a fire, I was thinking grab that guy.
first?
That's your
All right,
Mona Lisa
all right.
for me. Just grab that one.
Lisa.
So U2 is the first thing you remember hearing?
I do. I remember very distinctly. It was 1987. They had the double Joshua Tree album, and I used babysitting money to buy it. It was a big deal for me.
Wow, that's awesome. I love that. That's a good
on.
album to start with. I mean, probably all downhill from there.
Kind of.
Yeah.
The other one I had was Donna Summer's He Works Hard for the Money. I think that's the next one I bought. So I took a... I can't explain anything.
Almost everybody has a Donna Summer for every U2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just I mean, because I've got Pearl Jam. That's my hardcore. But I've also got Nickelback. You know what I mean?
You know what? There's no guilty pleasures, it's just pleasure, right?
That's right.
Don't yuck somebody's yum, man.
There was a time that there was a guilty pleasure that I considered Nickelback. I don't feel guilty anymore.
Nah,
that's
just
a legit.
enjoy it.
They're a legit band.
It's so hard to make a record. To me, any artist.
There you go.
I heard something really good that said you can create, consume, or criticize.
Yes.
Right.
And like people who are creating are usually too busy creating to criticize. And I feel that as I get older, I really feel that way. Like your thing might not be my thing, but I still admire the effort it took you to make that thing.
100%.
So I'm gonna let you. Maybe it's not my thing. Not everything has to be for me. That's cool.
And Steve says repeatedly on the show that it's music. There is no wrong answer.
Love it.
I mean, there's a joke that goes behind that, and that's some answers are more right than others.
Right.
But generally speaking,
my answers are more right than others. We're going to be honest about it.
You like to think that anyway.
Oh, man, I don't know that we're going to get through all 20
Let's
questions.
do it. Let's do it. We can do it.
Okay.
Okay, let's go fast then.
I'm going to do a quick. So, are you still hosting the podcast, The Day Drinking with Mom?
I am. It's really interesting. We're actually just going to reboot that. Jesse Campbell's my partner, and we're doing moms in the media. We're going to critique moms in films, and so we're going to watch the mom in Stranger Things, and then break down would her parenting style have worked in this. So we're doing that now. We're just about to relaunch it.
So my question is, what's the podcast you listen to that is the most drastically different from the podcast you do?
I listen to what is that? I actually listen to it because it's hilarious. There's a dude with a European accent that talks about I am going to manifest all good things in my life, and his accent makes me laugh so hard that I listen to it. I walk in the morning.
What Thanksgiving dish are you throwing in the trash?
I am anti-cranberry.
That'll go.
I know.
Same.
Sorry.
Okay, what's the best dish?
I am pro pumpkin pie. I'm alone in that. So.
Okay.
I'll eat a pumpkin. I don't think it's as good as a pecan. But
yes, and y'all Yankees do a very nice hash brown. Anytime potato cheese come together, that's a good
Y'all
time. And y'all do it real good. I'm not from here, so that's good.
Yeah. We're Yankees, yo. Absolutely Yankees.
Fletcher,
I got more.
Go one more, probably.
Okay. What would you rather have? Spring and summer, or fall and winter?
My whole life I would have said spring and summer, but now I am a fall-winter girl.
Nice.
So I've adjusted. It's half the year up here, so you got to adjust.
And I've always...
it's
I've
the
always
love
been
the
fall
one
and
you're
winter.
with kind of thing.
That's right.
Yes,
Bloom
nice
where you're
work.
planted, baby. Let's make the best out of it.
Fall is fantastic. I don't know. I grew. I mean, I was on skates at 3 years old, so I've always loved winter.
You're that kid. We hate that kid.
You hate the hockey kid?
You're like the little kid that skis without poles. That's like, I can't.
Makes all the grown-ups look silly.
Yeah, I've got no skills. I kind of secretly hate that kid because everything's lining up. So
yeah, I'm pretty graceful out on the skates.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. IDS. What's the date?
Saturday the 22nd. We will be
so this
there.
coming Saturday.
Yeah,
IDS.
come.
50th
it
floor.
will be great.
I love it. Wendy Maybury. And where can we find you on the Instagram machine?
Wendy May on all the things.
There you go, on all the things.
Nice. Get your quilting porn on.
That's right.
Quilting porn. Jeez. All right. We are 5 minutes, 2 songs away from headlines. Gorman in the morning on 92 KQRS. We are Steve-less this morning. He's out sick. Hopefully back tomorrow. You still got Fletcher and Ryder, and it's time to play Double or Nothing. We want to send you to the 50th floor of the IDS to see fantastic stand-up comedy from Wendy Maybury. And we've got Ashley ready to play, yeah?
Yep.
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to hit you with 5 questions. You give me the first reaction that comes into your head. We'll see how many you can match with Ryan. You match 2, and you're going to see Wendy. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Better way to keep your hands warm, mittens or gloves?
Gloves.
How many pounds of turkey should you buy if you need to feed 8 people?
6 pounds.
Name any famous drummer.
Travis Barker.
All right. What's a highway most Minnesotans try to avoid during rush hour?
Highway 65.
Besides 6'7", what's an annoying catchphrase?
Bro. I don't know.
That's
What
good.
was
No,
that?
bro.
Bra?
Bruh. Bruh.
Bro.
Any of those, yeah. For
I'm
sure.
trying to think of what my nieces and nephews say constantly.
Uh-huh.
no.
I am excited to report, really quick side note, 6'7", I've been informed by my 13-year-old, it's
Is
on its
out?
way out. It's on its
Yes,
way out,
Of
yes.
course, now that the grown-ups know about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Saturate with them, and then it becomes no longer cool.
Okay, we chatted with we chatted with Ryan yesterday at the Eagles Club, and here are Ryan's answers. Better way to keep your hands warm, mittens or gloves?
Gloves.
How many pounds of turkey should you buy to feed 8 people?
10.
Name a famous drummer, any famous drummer.
Neil Peart.
Highway most Minnesotans try and avoid during rush hour.
62 all day, every day.
Besides 6'7", what's an annoying catchphrase?
OMG.
Oh, man, we started off well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ashley.
Ashley, don't go anywhere. Hang on, though.
Hang on, Ashley. Wow, all right. 2 people said gloves? What are you saying?
Yeah, I definitely mittens.
Mittens.
Yes.
I always read and was told, beaten into my head, mittens keep your fingers together, and that keeps them warm. Although
Right.
gloves are way more functional.
I will
You have to give that.
sometimes I'll get the really thin gloves from Target, like the $5 gloves or whatever, and put
Yeah.
them under my mittens for
There you
those
go.
occasions.
Yeah.
When I need to do glove things.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to pick on Ryan or Ashley, but if you are calling into Gorman in the morning, and especially if Steve's not here, and it says name a famous drummer, it seems like a no-brainer to me. Steve Gorman. I don't know.
I mean, when I'm picturing hot drummers, Travis Barker does jump to the front of the line.
Hot drummer, huh?
Yes.
Hot drummer.
Hot
Okay.
drummers. And then I think Ryan was picturing like a hot playing drummer, like somebody whose hands just move with so much heat.
Not nearly as
I'm
famous.
trying to help Ryan out there.
Not nearly as famous as Travis Barker, but when I'm thinking hot drummers, I'm thinking of Elaine from the band Neon Trees. Man, oh man.
That's a very deep cut.
A girl that can hammer drums, though, is fantastic. All right, so we got into a bargument earlier. We're going to get back to it. What is the perfect time or the correct time to have Thanksgiving dinner? We'll get back to that in 5 minutes and 2 songs. U2 is on Gorman in the morning, 92 KQRS. We are without Steve this morning. He's out sick, but you got me, Fletcher, and that's Ryder right there. I'll be honest with you. When we got this bargument going about the correct time to eat Thanksgiving dinner, I didn't expect people to get as fired up as they've gotten.
Because there is a right and a wrong time to have this meal.
Well, apparently there are a bajillion right answers, according to the Luther Westside Volkswagen talking text line 651-989-ROCK. Rich hit in with, it comes in pretty strong. He's got stats to back it up too. Thanksgiving, 1 p.m. Enough time to prep, eat again, and get the visiting relatives out before the third NFL kickoff. That's Rich in White Bear Lake.
Rich is a man with a plan.
It's tough to argue that one. This one I don't like because it agrees with you. Ryder is correct. Oh, no, actually, no, I like this agreement with you. Ryder's correct seeing the guy about the thing with siblings and cousins. She forgot about the earlier and later trips, though, as well, where you go to partake in things, and including grandma.
Okay.
Do you include grandma?
I guess if your grandma's cool.
Apparently.
No, neither of my grandmas would have wanted to go on a walk with me and my cousins when we were partaking.
And I love this. He goes on. This is Josh in Burnsville, by the way. However, everyone knows the optimal time is 1 p.m. with a 2 p.m. reality. Not too early, not too late. Time for social before or after. Football before or after. Maximum flexibility. Josh is,
I like it.
Josh is thinking about everybody. Yeah,
yes.
He's thinking about
I'm
everybody.
going to his Thanksgiving, and I think we're going to get to go on a walk.
Sounds like you will go on a walk for sure. This one, I can't wait to get your response to this one. This is from a 612. The correct time to eat your Thanksgiving dinner would be when it's on the table. Sounds like my grandpa.
Yes.
Sounds like an eater, not somebody who does any planning.
But he's courteous of the planners. So nice freaking work.
I guess, but it's like it's the least committal ever. It's just like, yep, I'm just going to sit on my comfy couch and watch football until it's on the table, and then I'll come sit and eat.
Sounds like a good way to plan Thanksgiving.
It is actually pretty good. Not too shabby at all. Again, the Luther Westside Volkswagen talk and text line is wide open, friends. What is the correct time to eat Thanksgiving dinner? We'll dive back in after the Gin Blossoms. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. This is Gorman in the morning with Ryder and Fletcher. Well, it's Fletcher and whatever the hell. It's us
We're
minus
here.
Steve. Yes,
Yeah.
Steve's sick. Should be back tomorrow.
I'm hoping.
And we've been having a bargument about the correct time to have Thanksgiving dinner. One really quick one that just came in I'm going to get to. It's from a 281 Texas number. When the Lions are losing or lost.
Ooh.
Wow, that's not very nice. That's uncalled for.
I know that feeling more often than not because the Lions haven't been great on Thanksgiving traditionally, but this is spoken like a true Dallas fan.
That's right. Okay, so this is the one I wanted to get to from Shelley in Woodbury. I work night shift, and one year I got home from work at 7:30, and my daughter had the meal already made, so I could have an actual hot meal on Thanksgiving. And then I got to go to sleep, and when I woke up, I got to eat leftovers. It was freaking awesome.
Nice work.
Nice. And it sounds, I'm not sure what it is that Shelley does for work, but it sounds like she's got a daughter that cares about her quite a bit.
Kicks ass. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So it's that time of year where, people should never go hungry, but especially around Thanksgiving, we shouldn't go hungry. KQ's Rock the Pantry is off and running through this coming Friday.
Yeah, clock is ticking. I just wandered out into the lobby. There is tons of food, but we can always take some more. We are running kind of low on the swag and stuff like that. So if you have plans, get in today or tomorrow, I would say.
Yeah, and also you're going to want to get your name entered. You got to drop something off to get your name entered to win cool stuff from the Minnesota Wild. You get tickets to a game, autographed pucks. We've got a couple of signed Kirill Kaprizov jerseys.
Yes.
And if you're looking for, you're not very creative or you just don't want to think about it, you want to just be told what to bring in, head over to 92KQRS.com. We've got a list there of things that the Open Door Pantry is requesting. This is all thanks to our friends at MSP Plumbing, Heating, Air. Right?
Very cool people. Yeah.
That's right. It's just about time to get out of here, isn't it?
We're getting close. Or
We're getting close.
At least it's time for me to get out of here.
Well, yeah, I suppose I'll stick around a little bit longer, but just a bit more. Gorman in the morning left. Gorman in the morning on 92 KQRS. We are without Steve. We're hoping he'll be back tomorrow. But even
Real
without
quick,
what?
Yeah, last word from Steve. I think he's sounding better, okay?
Okay.
That's the healthiest he's sounded since Monday.
He's got an energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's enthusiastic. We've had a good time, I think. At least this morning, yesterday, good time, just you and me.
Did I not tell you that Wendy freaking rocks?
Yeah, she's
Wendy
awesome.
Wendy Maybury is great. Check out the Gorman in the Morning podcast, sponsored by Devani's Pizza and Hot Hoagies.
Yeah.
If you missed her, she is going to be playing the freaking IDS building Saturday night.
Nuts, man.
Very cool.
50th floor stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
can't beat that.
Tomorrow on the show, we're going to get into some rank you very much. Do you want to call an audible on what we're going to do for theme? Do you want to do sides and not make Steve work too hard on his first day back?
I suppose
hopefully?
I think that makes sense.
Okay. All right, let's do
Thanksgiving sides. Best sides?
Best sides.
Okay,
right?
yeah. I mean, it's easy, and it's easy to get heated about that one, too.
Ooh, and then Sam Ekstrom, speaking of getting heated about stuff, we're going to talk to Sam Ekstrom ahead of the border battle, the Vikings-Packers game this weekend, about 8:25 tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That should be he should have some good nuggets for us, I'm sure.
I expect the text line, the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and text line, to just be lit up with Packers fans.
I would hope so.
Yes.
Well, with Packers fans?
Well, because they're the ones who are going to have the fiery questions.
I suppose. Get those in now. We can bank them for tomorrow.
Sure. What's coming up after I skedaddle on out of here?
Well, I tell you what, I've got free stuff. I got Wild tickets again against the Dallas Stars again. I've got Rockin' the Island tickets for it's a new. Well, is it new? It's a new festival, right? It's a 2-day festival.
Treasure Island.
Happening in June at Treasure Island Amphitheater, Stone Temple Pilots, and a bunch of others. So listen for keywords to win both of those. Commercial free just after 11:45. And at 10 o'clock, I'll start the morning, or the time after the morning, if you will, with a song originally called Wishing Stone. It was inspired by a gift to the person that wrote the song. And you all know it very, very well.
Nice work.
It just goes by a different name now, though. So you're out of here.
I'm out of here.
I'll stick around.
Good deal.
See you, bye.